A research question and a literature search go hand in hand. When a research question arises from a gap in our knowledge, a search seeks to narrow that gap by exploring the evidence, analysis, and opinion already out there. A good literature search will help you to understand the current landscape and see where more original research needs to be done to fill in the gaps that remain. We're going to look at two types of materials you might gather in your search: scholarly literature and popular literature. Scholarly literature is material that is written by an expert and undergoes a rigorous editorial process. These include articles published in peer-reviewed journals and books and chapters printed by academic or reputable private publishers. Before the words are ever printed, numerous editors and peers check the claims and methodologies in these works for soundness. Now, that doesn't mean that all claims in scholarly literature are unequivocally true. It just means you can count on a few extra layers of evaluation, and that's a good thing. Here are a few tips for searching for scholarly literature in Dragon Search, the library's discovery tool for information. Use filters. The peer-reviewed journals filter, along with the articles filter, is a great combination. This combination weeds out scholarly books, though, so for that, you might want to use the books filter instead. You can also filter by date, by discipline, subject terms, which are like tags, language, and more. Organize your keywords. You might find more synonyms and alternate phrases for your search topics as you go along. A great idea is to keep a running document of your search terms so you can try them out in different combinations. Cluster your keywords. The advanced search option makes it easy to create even a complex search. Each cluster linked by "and" is another requirement of your search. Your results will have to contain something in each of these clusters. But synonyms and alternate phrases can be linked by "or" within these clusters. You can use quotes around a known phrase to search those words together. Check the citations. When you find a result that looks promising, don't stop there. Look in its works cited or reference list for other relevant results. You can also see if your article was itself included in the reference lists of later works. Use Google Scholar's Cited By feature for that. If you're looking for something more targeted, you might consider a subject database. Our A to Z list of databases in film and television is a good place to start. Or, if your topic is interdisciplinary, you might explore databases in other subjects. Scholarly literature is terrific for reliable, thoughtful analysis. But because it can take a long time to publish scholarly works, it's not always the best source of information on current issues. For that, you can turn to popular literature, newspaper and magazine articles, blogs, and other web content. Popular literature can allow you to explore niche topics, current events, and hear from sources that operate outside of academia. Just make sure to carefully evaluate the credibility of your sources before using them. The library's Television and Media Management Research Guide lists several popular industry sources for information, including Variety, The Hollywood Reporter, and Broadcasting and Cable, 3 trade publications with articles written specifically for practitioners in the film and television industries. Consider also looking on the web for articles from well-known news sources like the Philadelphia Inquirer, the New York Times, and websites that are well known for commenting on the film and television industry, like Wired. It's fine to do a Google search for your topic and see what's out there more broadly, but investigate your sources. Do they keep their websites up to date? Where do they get the specialized knowledge used to write their information? Are they beholden to funders with an agenda? A lot of this can be found on a source's About page. When it comes to your research, it's important to ask, what information is already out there? And what information will you need to gather on your own, with interviews, surveys, or experiments? Gathering relevant scholarly and popular literature on your topic will help you to answer these questions. In scholarly databases like Dragon Search, remember to use filters, organize and cluster keywords, and check citations. In popular literature, use our research guides for some source suggestions, and check for credibility when using web sources. And remember, searching is not a one-and-done process. It's something you may need to return to many times during the course of your research.